مرحبا جميعا, hello Susanna, всем привет, and hello everyone. Strikoder here, and welcome back to a new episode where we solve a Linux media box on HackTheBox called Giveback. In this box, we're gonna solve WordPress as well as to Kubernetes and a couple of CVEs until we reach root. I would rather rate this box as hard rather than medium, hence the low rating of this machine. However, let's get started. I'm going to take the IB and export all or mset and take the IB. Then I would run Firefox and run Nmap at the same time. I would wait for Firefox to launch and cd root to delete rm-rf everything in here. Yes, I'm sure. And nmap this. So we have 2 and 80, 22 and 80. So I would immediately try to stick the IB and check if there is any name server. Because if we have a name server, then I would add that to Etsy hosts in order for Nmap web scripts to run properly. It's taking a bit of time. Are we connected? Yes, the box is up and we are connected. I mean, we are doing the Nmap. So maybe it's affecting the speed. So the Nmap we see 22, 80 and 3068 6. I don't think I don't see that port usually. It's kein standard. Okay, it's in German. Let me translate that to you. Change to English. Well, so probably it's for a service, and we see gateway timeout, giving back what matters most, and we see this website, and Nmap is finished. So maybe it was a bit slow due to Nmap requests. I don't really know. And 22 we see SSH, and it's a Linux machine. We already know that. Or we can check the TTL and so on. We see Favio icon. We can check that as well. And we see Nginx. And we see HTTP robots. So let's check that. We have WordPress. So a couple of stuff giving us WordPress, the icon, that, and do we see WordPress here? Yes, we do. Do we see the version? Let me check. So 681 is the version. Did we get that from here? 6.8.1. And yes, we do. So we can check for other directories as well. We can check whatever directories we want. I'm not going to do that. First, I would start with WPScan and enumerate using these flags. Actually, let us check the flags. Dash help. So the E is enumerate, what we had as well. AP and U. AP, I believe. Where do we get them? So I believe they were referring to, here are they. So all plugins, not only the variable one. And here they are telling us it seems we have not updated the database for some time, so it's going to take some time. And it started. We can do as well on by ourselves. So I would type 6.8.1. Maybe I would search for WordPress. We see powered by WordPress. And we see Give. Maybe this is an extension. Give. So it's a WordPress extension, and we see a CVE. So let's check. We see the same thing in here. Do we have any plugins or themes? So theme in use is Bisberg. I don't think that is variable. You might ask, how do you know variable or not? Well, I've seen that in many cases and it was not variable, not the intended way in a CTF. It might have few other XSS or any other stuff, but not an RCE. And here we're still running. Okay, we can go by give for now and check this CVE actually. So let's get into this. Nice. So that's a cool hint from the last year, someone having a fake CVE. However, I believe this is the one. Let's check. So we are providing a CVE. The video quality is so damn low. Maybe because I'm streaming at the same time? I don't think so. Let me which one do we use? The one with the RCE? I mean, let's copy this and see. So I'm gonna take this, move into here, change into another window, go into here, vim exploit.python, run this, and python 3 exploit.python. Something is missing, so I'm going to run uv. What was? Yeah, uv run and the CVE. So uv maybe install it was. Let me check. uv pip install. Is it? So we don't have, do we? Do we have the requirements? Yes, we do. So I'm going to copy paste this as well. Let's, but vim requirements dot text, paste this, then uv add, instead of this script, I'm going to add exploit, or you know what? I'm going to rename my script to the same CVE, move exploit to this.python, then uv add script, but instead this CVE. And we installed them, then uv run CVE, and we see something is missing, which is the URL. Do we have install packages? Okay, and here we see -u URL, donation form URL, file to delete, or command to execute. We are interested more in the command to execute, but we need the donation URL. Is this it? I don't think so. Donation failed. Donation station. Donor dashboard. Maybe this. Shout out from the rooftops. Giveback.hackthebox. So I'm going to add that. Add host. IB. Oops. Giveback.hackthebox. And we added that. Then we can press on that. So donations, the things we need. So I'm going to UV run and then this dash URL HTTP maybe IB donations, the things we need. Then was it -C, I believe? -C ID. Exploit is loading and probably it ran. So you can check my GitHub account and get my scripts. I'm going to run ref shells. This is our IB on the tunnel 0. I would run on 4444 Linux and I need it terminal friendly. At the same time, I'm going to run Penelope. I prefer to run Penelope. It's my catcher or port catcher listener of choice. Let me get over here the bash friendly one. Yeah, so instead of CID, I would run this and this with single quotation, and let's run that. Fingers crossed, we get a shell. Interact with one. We got a shell with I have no name. What the heck? ID, who we are? We are user ID 1000. We are root. ls-la root. Permissions denied, or permission without s denied. Then we are probably inside a container, or in our case, Kubernetes. Host name, probably this would be this ugly text. I have no name. K8s password maybe. We don't have our user, that's why I have no name with exclamation mark. Okay, so where do we go from here? First of all, I would like to check the place we are in. Do we have anything related to config in here? Setup config. Only this. I don't think that's gonna lead us anywhere. ls. So here we have something related to config. Cat wp-config. We have symbol config. Let's go with the casual config. .php. There are a lot of stuff. Here we have the MariaDB, DB user, username. So I'm going casually to save them in here. Them notes, I can do that. We have BM WordPress, so probably this is for the MariaDB. However, we haven't seen that running on the outward, and there is no sign in stuff, so probably we won't find anything valuable in there. But in case we want anything valuable in there, actually let's check SS tunnel B. There is no SS. Netstat tunnel B. There is no netstat as well, so I don't really know how we would check open ports. Maybe we can move a binary, or maybe using limbs. What can we do? Where do we go from here? Maybe um, actually we don't have a user. Where can we go? So dot rand boot home. Let's check home. There is nothing. What can we do as well? Maybe not home. Root secrets. That would be interesting. So we have the MariaDB password. Maybe root password would be valuable. So adding ls-lah with r shows us recursively all files. I mean, we can check them. WordPress password, cat WordPress password, maybe with echo. Yeah, that's better. So here is another password where should be add to Vim nodes. I'm going to leave it in here. And actually, let's get everything in here. Okay, that's not good. Get MariaDB password. Dash password and echo. We see this password. We save it in here. Actually, it's the same as above. So I'm going to remove it. And ls cat mariadb dash root and echo. Is it the same password? And it's not. So we have this password, and this password. We have 3 passwords. I'm not going to name them. If I needed anything, I can get back to here and type root and find the line that I'm searching for. Okay, what can I do as well? I mean, you can actually run limbs and check. Maybe env. I would go then and check if there is anything sus in here. So Kubernetes services 443-3306 password here. I would search like this. Allow empty password, yes. Password here we see another password. Is it the same? GI cat, not in here. Cat nodes GI, it's the same. Here is the same one. Okay, I see a lot of open ports. Web server HTTP port 80 84443 443. So maybe checking all of these ports would make sense. For that I would use actually F11 is not working. So F11 is this. F12 for Penelope. Okay, session detached. And let me check in here. ls actually maybe in root Linux. No. Home. Where I keep them. Linux. It's not in here. Yeah, it's in home, and then here Linux. And what I'm searching for Linux agent. So I'm going to run, what was it? I forgot the tool name. So I'm going to run Ligolo, actually. And upload this. Permission deny because I'm in secret. Interact. cd into temp. Then now F12. But instead of ls, upload. That's why I love Penelope. You can use Netcat or not upload through Netcat or any other way, or Python web server. And I'm waiting. While I'm waiting, I would connect through Ligolo. So sudo ip tab add user root or user Kali main account mod done Ligolo and sudo ip link sudo Ligolo proxy self-cert. So actually to run this, I need to be in the Ligolo directory. So it's probably in, where is it? I almost forgot. Is it here? Nope. So Ligolo. So it's in opt prox Ligolo. And it's uploaded. Interact. ls. And Linux. Or let me check first. It's in here. chmod plus x just in case. Then lin agent dash connect our IB. So echo, not IB, IBA, and copy that into the clipboard. Connect to there, please. And probably I need to ignore cert. So invalid connect address, please use HTTPS host port for WebSocket or host port for TCP. What? I forgot to provide this. And now we are connected. Session. Oh my gosh. And we're gonna start that. Now we are started. We can Control Z over here. And let me check, we are still connected. And in here, sudo ib route add. I'm going to take the ib, echo ib. Is this our ib? Yes, is it? It is. So I'm going to take this, put here 0, or put here. Actually, since we want to use all of them, so it was connected timeout. Let me go into foreground and use another one. Let me repeat the process in here. We got connection, session, start this, it's already running. Then I'm going to use this. I was saying sudo ib route add, so I'm going to add this, and whenever I reach this IP, then I'm reaching that as a local host. Dev Ligolo. Now we can reach HTTP and port 443. I mean 443, it's SMB, right? Let's check the IPs that we are interested in. So here we see 5000. We can begin with that. And we cannot connect. Maybe let's curl that HTTP 240 5000. Could not connect to the server. Okay. Maybe 443. Don't we have a connection? So it's already running. File exists. And we failed. So I'm going to double check this. So I tried using Ligolo local port forward. I added a listener as well and tried to reach that. It didn't work as well. So let's try to reach that from here. Do we have curl? No, we don't. So we don't have SS. We don't have curl. We don't have wget. Maybe we... No. What do we have here? Let's check opt. What is in here? ls dash the recursive. So a lot of stuff. We have PHP. Do we have PHP? So yeah, we do have PHP. So I believe we can use PHP-R in order to curl that port, and using echo file get contents and maybe HTTP local host then 5000 and maybe I need to close this, use this, close this. So I believe, yeah. So we're still failing. Let me check env again and see the port 5000. So I've tried everything and I still cannot reach that. Ah, okay, so it's on another port, another IP. Let's try and reach that. Fingers crossed. So probably we need to use Ligolo for that specific IP. Probably we will not be able to call that. Let me check. So here probably agent is dropped. Of course is dropped. Where were we? In temp? Yes. And here is it. Session start, and let's try to call that and try over here. So we are not curling that. Okay. So actually we need to play with Ligolo. First of all, so Kubernetes service host 1043.01, so probably it's 1043 and 01 are useless in this case, which means 16 subnet would be actually K8s hosts. We see this. Is it the same? No, it is not. 1043, 1042, okay. Maybe cat etc resolve.conf. We see a name server 1043.010, 1043.24. Let me actually copy this. And let's try with let's check if we have Kubernetes in here. So 1043.01, so probably let's try connect again. Here session started, it's already running, and then in here probably we need to add sudo ib route to that host 1043, probably 00 and 16 dev Ligolo, and maybe now using the curl, now we can reach it finally. So I'm going to keep that in the video. Actually, I will not edit that out. I like improving my problem solving skills, so let me please know in the comment section if you are interested about that, and please don't forget to like, share, leave a comment and subscribe. Okay, so let's get back to work. We see Giveback LLC internal CMS system. So Giveback LLC I would almost immediately exploit. So it's giving us a solution, and here the PHP we used. Okay, I will skip that for now. What do we have as well? So admin, VPN required, backups, VPN required, debug disabled. Why is it disabled? I mean, it's okay. Let me control you here. And we see PHP info accessible via debug mode during migration window. Do we see anything version? No, we see robots. Forbidden. Okay. We see a CGI. Whenever I see a CGI, it's almost immediately a vulnerability. So PHP-CGI exploit. We see SCVE 2024. Watchtower. Orange. Whenever I see orange, then probably that is the intended way. PHP versions affected. I don't think we had the version in here. No, we don't. How do we get the version? We need the PHP info. So this info is about CGI, is not found. Here is okay. That's good to see an okay. So here we have access restricted. And here not found. So not found is okay. Then we are skipping that. we can do enumeration here as well and check whatever directories we can reach. So we have here forbidden, and here we have access restricted. So actually based on, where is it? It's in here. Debug mode. So I would reach this and type add debug, maybe equals true, maybe replace the at with question mark, and yes, here we have it. So I'm going to close this. Actually, let me get back a bit and try that with robots.txt. Does that work with here as well? So debug equals true, maybe only with debug. So we are still forbidden no matter what. Can we reach that only with debug without equals true? So yeah, actually we can. I'm going to leave that for now. So PHP version A33. Let me search for the CGI. Do I have CGI version? So here the PHP version. PHP CGI version A33 as well. Does that comparable with here? Probably yeah. So how do we do that? Maybe let's watch the Python. Or actually, I don't want to run the script. Let me... Oh no, we actually need to run the script. Okay. Or maybe not. So we go run PHP system calculator. And where is the POC? I do not see it. Args, request. Here is it. So we are making a post. Actually, let's do that manually. Burp. And of course, because I love to use Bloodhound and keep that active 24/7, burp is going to be unfortunately on port 8081. And since I'm relatively poor, I don't have the premium version where you can save your settings. Now we go to burp. Yes, here we see. So let's get back to work. Target rstrip, we search for the last one, and we add URL include. So it's a PHP thing, auto prepend file, PHP input, and then probably we can run in the post a code. That's cool. Let me see. But where do we run that? CGI argument. Dash index.php. Okay, but I don't think we have index.php. That looks sus to me, and that looks sus to me. We have both of them. Let's try with this. Sending to repeater, this, sending to repeater. I'm going to start with this. Not found. It's okay, I'm going to make it post. Then probably like this. maybe. Mm, maybe removing this. Moved permanently. Did we get Nginx before that? Yes, we did. Let's try again. Follow redirection. Forbidden. Okay, let's try in here. Control V. So probably, let's understand this CVE more precisely. Apache PHP-CGI on Windows, but we have a Linux machine. Are we doing the correct thing? Use certain code pages. Windows may use best fit behavior. CVE. Dun, dun, dun. Let's get back. Tenable. Maybe Rhino Labs, if they have. No, they don't. Maybe somewhere on Medium. So here, the backstory. A PHP-CGI. Conf. It's not the same thing. It's a let's defend lab. I'm just searching for a post that would explain it more precisely. Maybe this. Simple command used in the POC. Technical detail, the vulnerability lies in the way PHP processes the CGI request, allowing specially crafted arguments to be interpreted as part of the script, leading command injection. So it's a command injection vulnerability. By exploiting this, attackers can gain full control over the server. So, actually, maybe this is a good one. Detailed analysis. So this is more technical. PHP CGI argument injection. Okay, so here we see the PHP versions, high-level summary as part of Unicode processing. So it's related to Unicode, hence the stuff we add here. Actually, let's see what does this mean. So you are encoding what? So the AD, big AD, what does that mean? Okay, that's strange. So here they are explaining that. As part of Unicode processing, PHP applies what is known as a best fit mapping. This mapping assumes that when the user enters a soft hyphen, so probably this hyphen, they actually intended to type a real hyphen, probably the ChatGPT long hyphen they are and they mean that. And PHP interprets it as such. Herein lies the vulnerability. If a CGI handler receives a soft hyphen, it does not escape it and passes it to PHP. Okay, a PHP, however, interprets as a real hyphen, allowing an attacker to introduce extra command line arguments which begin with hyphens into PHP processes. So that's how they do that. Shout out to who is the author? Fatima. Um, Shemezaka. I don't know how to pronounce that. And let's try to get back into here. And let's try that here. Maybe with ID. We see a 200, okay. Let me change the post as the CVE. So here it was get. Let me change that to post and ID as well. So in here it's still 403. Here is okay. Actually, let's try a reverse shell. Would that reach us through a reverse shell? Actually, I think so, since we have Ligolo in here. Rev shells, but we hopefully this won't break on me. Oops. So it's still connected. Um, that let me run that again. So it's still running, okay. Run that again, and I will choose 443 Linux. I'm going to keep that standard, and let's just copy paste this, oops, into here and see, do we get any ref shell? We don't. Let me choose a PHP ref shell. So now we get a shell. Interact 3. And we are connected. Who we are? We are again root, so probably again in a Kubernetes stuff, hostname. Yes, we are. So we are stuck again in another Kubernetes. And do we see any user? K8s hosts. Actually, K8s password. I'm sorry. I believe it's the same thing, so probably no. Um, Let me check home. At least we see www data in here, but it's empty. Let's check in here. We see start.sh. We are running Nginx with the PHP-CGI, probably the thing that we are connected to currently. Okay. Let's check the run directory. We have the CGI stuff in here and another secrets. Kubernetes IO, service account. So we have ca.cert, namespace, and token. Okie dokie. So where do we go from here? Actually, I don't know the way around Kubernetes, so I would use external help. Kubernetes hacker hack trick. Not hack Visa, but hack tricks. So we need to run that locally, or maybe someone, I believe there was a girl who has them uploaded, Christina or somehow. Do I have that in here? Angelica. Let's try in here, Kubernetes. Pentesting Kubernetes. So the document is not found. Maybe cloud I would add in here. I'm going back. Maybe angelica.cloud. Probably not. So we need to download hack tricks and run them internally. I will not do this right now. Actually, let's stay in here within Angelica and see. So here it's running. Um, okay. So at least we know we have an issue. Let me check. Let's check the hack visor. Although I don't really love how they document stuff. Okay. Here we see API server, the Kubernetes default. Okay. I'm still not satisfied. Here we need to clone that and run that. Let's see. Bypass load balancer. It's not what we are searching for. Not what we are searching. K8s probably what would be helpful. So it's in Russian. Физическая или виртуальная машина, на которой выполняется под база данных является одним из самых критичных ресурсов, в котором хранятся, например, токены. I'm still lost. I'm going to pause a little bit and do my research. Okay, I'm back. So here, okay, it died. That's strange. But we're still connected here, thanks God. I'm going to run this again. We got one, interact 5. And now let me run inf and see. So Kubernetes service host is 10.0 and Kubernetes port is 443. So it would, let's try to call HTTPS 10.43.0.1.443. What do we get here? Curl fade to verify legitimacy. Maybe with curl, since do we have curl? We don't. So bin bash is not found as well. So I found the alias for curl. It doesn't come by default. We need the token in here. So I'm just copying and pasting that from the cloud version that deployed locally. We need all of these. So we need the token and we need the CA cert. So I'm going to export service account at first, then token CA cert. That's why I believe this machine should have been hard rather than medium, and then we can alias that. Actually, no, we cannot yet. So curl means this. Now we can maybe do that. Curl HTTPS. No, instead of this, I would type curl. So it failed. Have I missed something? Maybe the namespace. Still forbidden. I'm going to pause a little bit. Okay, so it ran. I should have tried with the API. So here is it. And we need to enumerate. So I'm going to just copy paste from the notes. And I've lost that. Probably because I'm connecting to the free instance. So I'm going to copy paste the commands. Core not found, so I need to define everything again. I'm going to do that fast. And in order to get the secrets, we need to curl this. And the API in here, which means 10.43.0.1.443. And we got a lot of stuff. We see a secret in here. Do we have any password? So we have two passwords in here. I will copy them. And decode them. Actually, I'm going to paste them in here. They are probably the same. echo this base 64-D. The OS, we have that. Now the one above. And it's the same thing. Let's check later. We see this password. Is it base 64? I believe. Yes, it is. Um, I'm going to add this into here and delete those. What do we have as well? We have this. I believe we had that already. Okay. So now I'm trying to search for the user. Here is the user secret, baby, WYRM. Do we see that? Let me search above. So it died. I'm going to stop this. So we have this password for that baby. So SSH. Let's try baby y WYRM at IB and that password. Yes. And we are connected finally. So let's try env and ID and host name. So finally we are on the machine, cat home, the user flag dot text. Let me get that and paste that into here. I mean, it was a tough flag. That's why I would rate that a bit hard. I mean, it's not that hard, but a lot of steps. Then moving on, or I'm changing my mind. It's a bit hard as I've rated that because maybe because I don't have that much with Kubernetes as pen testing experience. I mean, I worked with Kubernetes as a machine learning engineer, but not as a pen tester. So since we have the password, I would run sudo all. So no password, not all. Can we run anything with sudo? No. So that means we cannot run anything. It's like in Russian, when you want to mitigate something, you add not to a negative thing, then it's gonna be positive. Okay. Getting back to our topic, sudo opt debug. We need the password for the baby. The password for the baby. What? I'm almost certain that I have that. Please enter the administrative password. Is it the same? Nah. So what is the administrative password? That's why we save our passwords in here. It's incorrect. Please enter the administrative password. Is this the password? Not that. Please enter the administrative password. Is this the password? So this is the password. We need dash dash help. I mean, that is annoying that we need to provide the administrative password each time, but thankfully not the sudo each time. So we have dash dash log, dash dash root, dash dash debug, maybe dash dash version. We see runc version. Let's search on Google for something like this. Several container breakout due to internally leaked FDS. So this is probably our way. So we create a container without any manipulation. So either we need probably to get alibi, exploit, or privilege escalation, yeah. So we have an MSF. We need that locally. Privilege escalation. If not, I will publish that into GitHub and so maybe we can use this CVE number. It's the same thing. So run c dash dash version docker run albine. I'm going to use the albine. Let me check. But instead I would make my own. Docker export. Then we need to use dash dash log. I mean, okay. So here is configuration, execute container breakout. I'm not seeing anything that explains the thing. This is from 2 years ago, but I believe that's what we are searching for. So working directory docker run proc self 8, access the host file name inside the container. So here is a block to read. Run escape vulnerability, run C, container runtime component, publish fix CVE, reproduce Linux distro, kernel, docker, so on. So docker namecv exploit. Okay. Let's try and get back to our machine. So I'm going to move to temp. Let's make directory called root. And I'm going to, you can either import Alpine or copy everything. Dash dash help. Is it big L or copy dash a bin into, yeah. So I'm going to copy dash a everything in bin into root dash bin, then make directory root lib64. Actually, let me check root. So bin, it needs to be a directory. Now I need to make the copy again. Don't worry guys, I will provide all the commands through this episode in the description on a GitHub repo, so you can follow along. What can we do as well? So copy probably the lib64 ld linux into root lib64, make directory root lib, and copy everything into lib in lib x86, or you can copy Alpine instead of these steps. Probably I will provide that in a separate repo for that. It's gonna take a bit of time, and it's done. And we can run spec cd into root, run c spec, and check. We have config.json. Let's try and edit config.json. We need to go to cwd, and in here for this vulnerability we need to type proc self fd7. So the main idea of this vulnerability, whenever it reaches this, it point out into the initial host instead of the container. So whenever we type sudo opt debug, but we need to provide the dash dash log for this to reach that specific fd7 that we have provided. So let's type temp log.json and type run, and whatever we type in here, try container. So we need to provide debug we need the password, and this is the password. No such file or directory. Maybe we need to change root into root fs. Config.json is not found. Move whatever in root fs config.json into here, and oops, I copied the password. So it was not found in the path. So let me do everything again. Probably I had something missing, a link or maybe a symbolic link was missing. Let me remove the root fs, make directory root fs, and make directory root fs bin, make directory root fs lib 64, make directory root fs lib cp-al, probably in the bin. It's gonna be rootfs.bin. Copy everything in lib 64 ld into rootfs lb64. Copy everything in lib x 86 into rootfs lib run c spec. Actually, we can run the opt debug, but I will leave this rm-rf config.json. Let's run spec again, vi config.json, search for the cwd. In here, I'm going to type proc self fd7. Now sudo dash opt dash debug. Do I have the password? Yes, I do. Dash dash log temp.log.json run strike container. And we still fail. Maybe make directory Strikoder, move the rootfs into Strikoder, cd into Strikoder. Now it has the rootfs inside it. Now let me move the config into here and try again with sudo. So it still fails. So I removed and done everything again. Here I removed everything, copied that. Oops, it was wrong because I haven't had that directory. copy, make directory, copy, make directory, run spec, yconfig. I edited that, the same thing. Run that sudo, put the password, and now we are root, cat, it's not that stable, cat root.txt, ls root no such file directory. I mean, that's strange. Let's try ls. Where are we? So now we are in root and cat root.txt. Now here is the flag. And before submitting that, once again, please guys, don't forget to like, share the video and share your experience with this box, and see you next time.